Welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a really quick, a really simple DIY. So really quick, if you have ever been grocery shopping and let's say you'll be down by the dairy section and you think you got everything you need, but you get all the way to the produce and realize that you left something back in dairy that you needed because you either forgot to write it down on your list or you just overlooked it. You put something at the top of the list and then you get down to the bottom of the list and realize that, I should have gotten that when I was back in dairy. This is going to really help you with that. So let's get started with all of the supplies you're going to need. You are going to need to create some type of list. Now, what I did is I just created my own using a Word document. I categorized everything in categories based off how they're normally laid out in the grocery store. I use Google Images to find templates, and then I kind of went off those templates for inspiration. And I wrote down everything on my grocery list that I would normally buy, and then I just left blank spaces just in case there's anything that I forgot and I want to write it in later. You can also purchase pre-made grocery lists. They have these type of lists on like Etsy or Amazon. And you can definitely just purchase a list and then just take that list with you. I just decided to make my own because I already had all these supplies, and the only thing I needed to do really was to get the list. I didn't want to pay for one. I just would rather use the Microsoft software that I already had and print out my own. Also, by printing out your own, you are able to customize it as much as you need to. For example, a lot of the meats on the meat sections of a lot of the grocery lists have a lot of things that we don't eat. And if you are like plant-based or just pescatarian, you can, completely customize it, and you don't have to put a lot of that stuff on your list because it would just constantly take up space on the page that you don't need. So instead of putting all those different meats on the list that I know we don't eat, I just put the ones that we always eat, and I left a few blank spaces for special occasions where I might want something else. And you will also need some sort of folder. You can use whatever you want. You can use a manila folder. I got this one out of the school supply section at Walmart. You will need an X-Acto knife. You will need self-laminating sheets. The ones that I have are just single sheets, but they do have laminating sheets that come it'll come two sheets so you can sandwich it in between it. The ones I have are just one single sheet, but definitely get whatever you would like. These are just the ones that I already had on hand. You are going to need some scissors. You are also going to need some dry erase markers. First thing I'm going to do is open up the folder that I bought. This material is like a plastic material, and I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to get rid of the slots that are on either side of the folder. Once I have those removed, I'm going to move on to using the self-laminating sheets on to the list that I created. So the ones that I have, there's a tab that you pull off at the top. Once you pull off that tab, I'm going to line up my first page with the top adhesive strip that I pulled off the tab with. Once I have it lined up to where I will have a border around the entire document, I pull the document back, pull the rest of the backing off of the rest of the adhesive sheet, and then I carefully lay the rest of the document down so that there are no bubbles. Once I have it centered the way that I want, I'm going to move on to placing it on the inside of the first side of the folder. Once I have the first one down, I work on the second one until I have both pages placed on the inside of the folder exactly how I want it. You can use some type of adhesive spray or some type of glue on the back side of the paper to better adhere it to the inside of the folder. I just didn't have any, so I just decided to leave it out. But if it ever lifts or comes off, You can definitely do that to secure it back down. But the laminating pages they're kind of sticky and they're kind of secure, so I don't see this coming up anytime soon. Then finally, once you have both your pages on, you're just going to clean up any edges by cutting off the rest of the laminating paper. I don't suggest folding it over just because it might lift off, because it's not enough to fold over the edge. Plus, it'll make the front side of design of your folder look kind of funny. So I suggest just cutting the rest of that excess off, and you are pretty much done. At this point, you can use your folder and you can go around your house before you go grocery shopping, and you can just look through your cabinets and check off everything that you need to buy. On my folder, I also have like personal items, miscellaneous items, and stuff like cleaners and paper. So if I'm running out of paper plates, I can mark off paper plates. If I need shampoo, I can mark off shampoo. So these are just all the things that I would normally buy at the same place where I buy my groceries. I have them all on this list. It's made my life so much easier because I can literally just grab my grocery folder, go in, check off all the things that I need in my kitchen, take my folder with me, so that way I'm not constantly trying to think, did I forget to bring ketchup? Let me call my husband and see if we have syrup in the cabinet because I forgot to check before we left the house. This way I can check before I leave, take it with me, and it will guarantee that I get everything that I needed. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you decide to do it, let me know. If you put your own spin on it, let me know. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.